phone call. So like I came out to watch. Shit's annoying. I got hit or miss on the phone call. So like I came out to watch a softball game. I had Junior hold my phone while I was doing that. I think I was just like hanging off the tree or some stupid shit like that. And Junior's like, "You missed a call from Claire." I'm like, "Son of a bitch! I've been trying to get a hold of Claire basically all day." And I literally missed it maybe by like a minute or two. Like I didn't tell Junior to answer my calls or anyway. So like I'm not upset at him. I'm just more or less upset myself. And I keep trying to call back. It's just like I even got to receptionist, like, all right, we're gonna get him, patch him over, and like the number completely dropped. And I'm just like, I've worked at a care facility. I know it just all depends on who's working there and all this and all that. There's so many variables and why it's a crappy environment, a horrible call. But I'm just like, all right, man, if I sit here, have my sound on, and I wait for them to call me back, I'm gonna get a call. But I'm not gonna make this my whole day. I already said I'm not gonna let it fuck with my day, and it's just like it hasn't been, but it's still annoying. Just updates on my life and how goofy it is. Also, update on the finger injury. What happened is I was sitting in a wheelchair, which is funny because I pushed the person that owned the wheelchair on it, and I let my freaking fingers get stuck in between something. I jammed it down, and I don't know. I assume I wouldn't say I'm a hypoglycemic, wherever those easy bleeders are, but like I do bleed. It was enough pain to me to say ouch, but like probably like a 2 or 3. Still bled, pissed me off, so I wrapped my hand with like a little piece of paper towel as I was driving because I'm like, I don't want to get blood everywhere, but like it's fine now. And now I'm yet again waiting for a call out in the sun, but I found a nice little spot for me to sit because I said I was coming out. I said I was trying to tan. I already tanned earlier today. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna stay for the whole thing, but I at least came out and showed my support. That's all I have to do. So I assume, I don't know. You could say this is a little bit far, but I can see all that I need to see. Orange team is who I'm rooting for. Blue team is who I'm not caring for. But I think orange team's kind of losing right now. Ooh, I think their best player stepping up on bat. I keep joking about the black guy being the best player. Just because he looked like he's the youngest person there and just like if I had to say it, these kids are like the kids that are going to college compared to like people that have already retired and already have kids. Aside from that, dude, like he might be a parent, but like he's definitely a parent that didn't let his kids slow him down. I just keep cracking jokes, but like I said, ooh, I said best player. I don't know. It could be interesting. I'm not gonna stay throughout the whole thing, but like it gives me something to do throughout my day aside from just worry, stress, worry, stress. Like, why do you want to kill yourself, bitch? Do you know the life I live? Only the parts I choose to tell you guys. So going back to storage unit for like 13th time, 14th time, I don't know, probably a little less than that. I actually got a great idea I wasn't thinking about. So we got like bed bug, bath bomb, stuff like that. I literally do have everything in storage unit. Someone told me I could just easily throw a not bath bomb, but one of those bombs in there, and like, yeah, it's a contained area. I will be gone longer than 4 hours. So literally, I'm thinking by the time I show up tomorrow, they all should technically speaking be dead. It's an enclosed area. There's nowhere for them to go, and like, I don't know. Seems like it's a good idea. I'm definitely gonna try. Like I don't really have anything else to do. But also I got still playing this fucking waiting game and trying to call back, be on call. Like, I've had my sound on just so I can hear it. Hopefully not missing it. But another day, another list of phone calls. So I think I have to call a social worker. Definitely gotta try to get the hold of the old man. And at least I did the bed bug bombs last night. I had a 5-hour thing going for them, so it should definitely work. So I could throw the clothes in the laundry, and I should not be stuck in the same clothes I've been stuck in for almost 3 weeks. Ah, fuck. But big ups on the bro from the mental asylum that ended up giving me a sweatshirt, so I had like technically speaking 3 outfits in this shit, but like it is what it is. You should enjoy life, live life, go out there, have fun. My version of fun is not necessarily fun to everybody else, but it's not this. Things I've currently done today. Played with the dog, soccer ball, made a video out of it, because if I'm going to do something, I also have proof of it, because you say. I keep telling you guys, on top of talking, you also have to do doing, and on top of doing, you also have to show proof, and proof can come in forms of documents and or videos. I don't just practice the fuck that I preach the things I practice. I don't just preach, I practice. Both. That's the point. Played with the dog, did my laundry that's currently in the dryer. It's actually probably done. It's what I'm more or less trying to do, figure out what to do while I wait, and then what do I do after I'm waiting on the waiting period of the waiting period of another waiting period of what the fuck am I waiting for? I don't know! And then as I was playing with the dog, I got asked to take one of the kids that the people I'm living with is babysitting because of relationships. Like, there's so much that goes into what the fuck's going on. I just want to skim over it. So I end up picking up the little boy, and as I was doing it, I've been better about vocalizing when it comes to the elderly and the kids because essentially same boat, just different mindsets. And I will admit, from all the times I've worked with the elderly, I've gotten a little bit better because I used to just do things and not explain what I'm doing. But you have to have a monologue while you're working with the elderly because they might not be cognitively there. Like their eyes are there, but there's fog in their eyes, so therefore they're somewhere else. So you gotta say, hey, I'm helping you. We're going to the toilet. We're doing this. We're doing that. So while I was doing with the kids, I think like this. The kids are new, not like new, but they're learning and they need to know what the hell is going on. So I told them, all right, I'm gonna lift you up. Can I see your arm? Can I see your arm? Thank you. Could you give me a second? I'll be right there. I'm gonna open the door for you. Could you please open the door? Like they're kids. They're not completely useless. They're usable. They're trainable. They're still learning, and that's all we're supposed to do as adults: guide them through life until they have the tools to be able to do things by themselves and without being able to harm others, so they can self-regulate themselves, so they can be self-sufficient like us. But not everybody wants kids to be self-sufficient. I'm just like, they start off as kids and they turn off as adults. So if you're gonna hate their adult selves, then you should have done better when they were kids. Like, I do realize kids are their own individual people, but for the ones that are willing to listen, those that can be moldable and teachable and stuff like that, try your best to teach them things that you believe is going to help them thrive in the world. And socializing, communication is lacking in every single department that I've come in encounterments with, whether it's the fucking government, whether it's the hospital, and I know there's HIPAA violations, but you can fucking tell me when to be on time. Hospital, government, workplaces. So I figure try to teach these kids as much as possible communication. Like, even though throughout time before I even sat and talked to them, I wasn't really sitting and talking to them, is when I was interacting with them. When I wasn't interacting with them, I went in and out of the house like 5 or 6 times, didn't once say hi to them. Like, I stopped, acknowledged them, waved at them in the faces because it shows warmth and less distant and restraint. And I didn't want them to seem like I was a rude person. But I don't know what they know or define as rude. But at the same time, I wanted to show them like I'm a soft, kind, caring person. I just stick to myself because I don't know what the fuck help is. I don't know what's being helpful. I just know don't be aggressive. And like, I have so many examples of what aggressive is at this point. I can at least go back to references. And like, the biggest thing about me is if I have no reference point of what I am currently doing or what people want from me, that I'm just like, all right, I'm probably going to get yelled at. I'm probably going to dislike that, and people are always going to say that that's part of life. Well, we could always change the things that are part of life, and I do get that there's going to be people like that, but there is also what I'm willing to stand, what I'm willing not to stand. What I've realized is if you want to take care of the problems, you have to start off very early. Every time I'm around kids, I try to show them emotional regulation, which is hilarious, because most of the times I don't really have it, but when I'm around people and I'm in a teaching standpoint, I know. Like, I turn on and off professional and unprofessional so fucking quickly. It's just like, wow, how'd you get here? I'm a fucking actor. I've been an actor for fucking years. That's how I've gotten here. That's how I've gotten through the system without ever being mentally institutionalized. That's how I've gotten through the system without ever going. I'm a fucking actor and life is my stage. People just don't realize it. Like, the closer that you are with me, with the less technology around, I will admit there's parts of me that come out that you're like, oh, I didn't even know that existed. It's because people don't enjoy that part of me. I do, but that's me, and that's like, I would say the darkest parts of me are the truest forms of me. But even what some would consider dark, I consider light. But at the same time, I've always thought if I was ever a world type of criminal, I'd still have a soft spot for kids. I'd still have a soft spot for animals. But when it came to adults that I've deemed to be cognitively functioning, I would be more or less of a tyrant and asshole and rude. Because like, if you can know that 1 + 1 = 2, if you know if you hit them, then they're gonna have traumas and have PTSD and gonna want to hit and abuse other people because of the strength and the power balance. If you can put all these things together, then why can't you figure out sometimes you're the issue, sometimes the environment that you're in is the issue, sometimes you just need to snap back and you go, but you don't want to. I am the main person that holds me accountable. Like, there's other people that will just, don't do that, don't do this, blah, this, blah, that. And I listen to it with a grain of salt because sometimes they tell you not to do it because it's the betterment of yourself. And they're like, I don't want to see you do better than me. Like, you could do good, but your good has to be as good as you can without being better than me, outshining me. And it's just like, we're in this together, more or less. Like, you might be in a yacht, I'm in a fucking diggy. Hell, I was just in the ocean a couple of weeks ago, just fucking floating. Like, at least I'm paying for these fucking nights. I ain't worrying about nothing. And how I took the mental institution is a break from my life because, like I keep reinstating, that shit was nothing in my childhood. I was like, wow, I get 3 square meals? Awesome. Nobody's yelling at me? Better. I got a bed to sleep in, 2 other roommates I don't really give a shit about. They piss in the sea a little bit, but so do I, but fuck it. Wow, this is amazing. And the lights never get shut off aside from when it's time to be. And there's group therapy and all this now. Oh my god, what the fuck, where has this bitch been? It's been... To be honest, because I don't remember being in any of the orphanages that I was in, but I do remember being in foster care. And I would say... of all the things I've experiences where I have to be in groups that I do or don't enjoy, I would still put being institutionalized. Aside from the area that I was in, aside from being medicated by people that weren't fucking listening to me, aside from fucking therapists being actual, the texts were good. The food was fucking great. Aside from making me constipated, I had a little bit of coffee addiction ever since I got out. Didn't drink coffee because I needed shit. Like. And what else? The community was halfway, like, it was good and decent. Like, I found a group of buddies that I just talked to. And the funny thing about the cafeteria is when it came to lunch and dinner, because breakfast was just served to us in the area that we're in, we would literally grab 2 tables. And at one point or another, I remember the buddy in the group was like, one of these days I want to get to 3. I'm like, we got to 3 2 times before him and I and the other buddy of mine, we all got discharged. And I'm just like, this probably ain't going to happen again now, is it? Like, we all had different reasons for why we were there, and I would say I probably had one of the more lighter offenses. But there are some people that did it Have I signed any HIPAA things? Whatever. There's just been people that did because of drug issues, people that did because family issues, people that did it because of mental instability, and they actually checked themselves there. And some people just got in there because mismanagement of the hospitals that were trying to, quote-unquote, take care of them. But at the same time, there's bad and good no matter where it is. There's no such thing as a prestigious title. Your dad could be your criminal, your mom could be the criminal, your brothers, your siblings, the doctor, your aunts, your uncles. Anybody could be the criminal in your life. It's just when you hear a title, I don't know what you think of, but I'm coming from an orphan mindset. Family means you can't fuck them, and that doesn't mean that they don't fucking do it. If it's between the rich and the fucking extremely poor is the fucking financing they have, they almost do the exact same shit. It's just to get applauded differently from what I've learned. There was nothing to do if you want nothing to do. There's something to do if you want something to do, and I'm always finding something to do, even if there's nothing to do. And there's always something to do where you're not listening to me. So here I am, under the tree. And, like, I don't know about these branches up here and stuff like that, but, like, I'm definitely trying to make sure that there's a pathway underneath. I was even on my knees thinking, oh, about kids high level, if they're going to come through here. I probably want to cut this probably back here. That way the kid tries to walk through this path, because, like, this is a decent pathway, but kids be kids. And hell, I'm basically like a grown little kid, just tall and educated and strong enough that people listen to me even if they don't want to listen to me. It's like, hey, I said no. You think these are inflatable? No. These are because when people don't hear my no, they'll respect my no, because, wow, the muscle's not just for show. But, like, yeah, if there's something to do, you'll find it. If there's nothing to do, you won't find it. Oh, it's looking sexy over there. I gotta work on you back here. Something to do, though. I ain't bitching, I ain't complaining, I ain't got nothing to say. Just something to do to keep. I'm just more or less trying to figure out which ones are the pointy ones. Like, I feel like over there on that side I might have went a little bit access, but this is what happens when I'm left to my own, I was just more or less left to my own. And there was no ideal image of what I want, just like less sticky, not so pointy that if a kid runs through here, they're going to poke their eye out because, you know, kids just be doing whatever they want now, it's always told. But, hey, I just trying to think like that, and then also just the ones that didn't have any pine on them, like just naked leaves. I just try to get rid of. Well, naked branches, my bad. Oh, I cut myself. I wonder when. I was thinking about picking up all the sticks over there, but, like, aside from that, in the back really didn't have all that much that I felt as if I needed to do. So I think I'm just about done. I'm more or less just trying to figure out shit to do, keep me busy. I don't know if I'll spend more time there or behind me, but I made a promise to myself to enjoy the beautiful days of the summer because we know we live in fucking Michigan. This bitch done be bipolar as fuck, and it's cold for so long, and the whole entire seasonal depression is real for me. So it's just like on top of normal depression. So why not find a little feng shui spot, get away from the kids, get away from everybody else, the yelling on. It's like, yeah, it might be quote unquote nicer in the house, but it's a lot cooler, more tempered out here, everywhere, energy wise, heat wise, and all that. I'd rather actually be outside than inside. Honestly, I need to be inside, more or less.